What's going on, people? Welcome back to the player ratings. Palace 0, Man City 1. We'll be discussing the individual performances from the game. As always, if you do enjoy the content, smash the like button, subscribe to not miss out on future Palace videos, and let us know your player ratings in the comment section down below. Patrick, let's jump into it straight away. Let's start off with the goalkeeper. Vicente, 8 from you, 7 from me. He had a few saves. I think he made 3 saves in the game. I thought he had a solid game. Today, when he was called upon, he did make them important saves, but luckily he didn't have to make 10 saves. Unfortunately, of course, the goal went in with the penalty. Penalty is a penalty. I don't know what really, if we could expect much from him, but yeah, solid performance.
Yeah, just want to shout him out for the Foden free kick save. I mean, did a great job. He had the wall cover one side, he said the other side. Good save. Didn't give a parry for a rebound. So very solid game by Garita today. Playing really well, honestly. Deserves better.
Yeah. Nathaniel Klein, 4 from you, 5 from me. Look, he was facing Grealish. It was always going to be a difficult task. And yeah, Grealish is red on form. And today, I don't think his passing was that great either. I don't think he had a great game. I think
it was really bad. 57%.
Yeah, It's not something that I don't expect. Let's just say that. Yeah. Unfortunately, anyways. Right. But I thought he had an average game. Today against a very tough opponent. Moving on to the centre backs, I thought they had a very solid game. Joachim Andersen, 8. We're talking about defeat, talking about conceding a goal, but Joachim Andersen, very solid performance. And let's talk about Gay as well. 7.5 from you, 8 from me. I thought both of them done an exceptional job trying to stop Haaland. We're talking about the most informed man, one of the most informed players in the whole world, arguably one of the best forwards in the whole world. And I thought both of them done a fantastic job. Haaland, he did end up scoring, but that was, of course, from that mistake. But apart from that, yes, there were 1 or 2 moments they could have done better, and we got away with it. But overall, I thought throughout the 9 minutes, they had a very solid game.
No, I thought they're outstanding. I thought that it was really more, I kind of double-checked. It was more Anderson marking Haaland with Gay trying to help out. But just at the stats for as far as defensively for Anton, he had 9 clearances, 5 out of 10 accurate long balls, and 8 headed clearances. I thought his heading was outstanding today. Gahey had won at 6 out of 67% of his ground duels, and also on the miss by Haaland, it was Gahey that made the slide because it was an easy goal. Should have had an easy goal. So I thought today both of them. Listen, man, they put in a ton of crosses today, and both Gahey and Anderson. And I'm going to add later on Schlupp were very good in the air today. Very good in the air.
Exactly. Wait on Schlupp because we're going to talk about him. Don't worry about that. Let's move on to Tyreek at left back. 6.5 from you, 6 from me. He had a solid game. I don't know what it was, but they did get in behind a few times. It wasn't perfect, but there wasn't anything bad about his performance, really. Not from me anyway, but it seemed like you thought he had a decent game as well. 6.5 from you.
Yeah, I mean, he had gone against Foden. Foden and Grealish, England is nationals, great players. I mean, he played better than last week. I'll give him that. And again, the assignment of Foden is difficult, and Foden didn't score, didn't have an assist, got subbed off. So I thought Tyreek was much better than last week.
Yeah. Without Decore there, Lucas started this game. 4 from you, 5 from me. Very average performance. But I'm not going to come on here and slate him because, one, he's not a starter. And second of all, I actually wanted Vieira to start him because of the cover for Lukonga, as well as, with Hughes being out and Decore being out. And he got that yellow card a bit earlier on. He had that one, I think it was a touch in the first half where he just lost the complete control of the ball. Luckily, it didn't cost us. He done a solid job. Nothing special, but I don't think it was anything awful as well. You could have probably won a bit more tackles, but yeah.
Did the best he could do. Listen, this is his 3rd start of the season in the Premier League. I mean, what do you expect from the guy? By the way, it was his foul that caused the free kick that made the save, but I mean, they didn't score, so he wasn't great, but he could have played a lot worse. Well, so I mean, did the best he could.
Yeah. This was the biggest test for me today. Lukonga, 6.5 from me, 7.5 from me. The reason why I thought it was his biggest test since he's joined the club and been playing is because the first time he didn't have Decore next to him. And Lukonga at Arsenal, there was them talks about how bad he is defensively. So I thought it could be a worry. You're facing Man City. You don't have Decore next to you. Let's see what you can do. But for me, once again, he passed the test. He didn't look out of place. I thought he was solid on the ball. Maybe he could have contributed a bit more going forward. But overall, no question marks about Lukonga's performance. I had them questions before the game, but he answered it with his performance. Very solid performance from me. But 6.5 from you.
You know what? That's a very good point. I didn't think about that. Of course, having Luka next to him makes him have to do more because you're thinking he can make you more of the passes. So I would change that to the same that you gave him, because I have to agree. Having Luka gave more pressure. He had 94% passing accuracy 92% at halftime, 90% for the match. And I thought, again, like he always has done, when he gets on the ball, look at him get the ball forward. He made a great pass early. We talked about it during the post-match show. A great ball out wide to Olise. Olise gets a ball in across the box. Unfortunately, Wolf didn't finish it early in the first half. But again, always looking for those breaking passes. Played really well today. Again, I want to see him going forward next to either Decore or Ahamada, because they will help him more. But again, solid game for Lukonga today.
Well, we're going to talk about Ahamada as well. So wait for that. There's funny enough, there are some positives out of this performance. It's not like everyone had a mare. It's just, unfortunately, defensively, we could have done better. No. Defensively, if we
going forward, we could have done better.
It was solid. Exactly. Right. Going forward, we could have done better. And trust me, not the ratings ain't this high when we talk about forwards. I could trust me on that. And let's talk about Jeffrey Schlupp before we talk about them forwards. 6 from you, 7.5 from me.
Yeah.
I criticize him a lot. I say, we should start moving on from him. He shouldn't start as often. But today, he got selected and he done his job. I had absolutely no questions after the game thinking, could have Jeff done this or that? He had a job, marking Bernardo Silva. Vieira spoke about after the game.
You're right.
And he done a very good job. And we spoke about his defensive performances, saying that he can't really defend and he's a liability there. But today, he was focused. I was watching him throughout the game. He was communicating, and it was one of his better games. If we're going to criticize him after bad performances, I feel like we have to praise him in good performances as well. And today, hats off to Jeffrey Schlupp, because I genuinely thought he had a very good game.
Yeah, you know what? They're given the assignment. Again, I'm going to change he needs to be a higher. You're right. Look, going back to Lukonga was definitely told to stay around Gundogan all game, and then Schlupp had to deal with Silva, and you're absolutely right. He did a great job. Silva was not as influential as he normally is. Great job by Schlupp. Again, I watched a post-match. Vieira made a point to talk about how well Schlupp played. He gave him a job to do, and he did it. So you know what? Based on the fact that nothing he did today was a negative, and again, the whole switching oh my God, the way the Man City was flooding the midfield with Ake and Stones was ridiculous. I mean, the fact that they could negate those plays.
It's the gaps
exactly.
that Schlupp and Lukonga did at times, but it's mainly Schlupp. It's the gaps. They love playing through the gaps.
People don't see that part too.
The centre half and the left back. And Schlupp was always there to make sure that side don't get outnumbered. And he was actually playing like 5 at the back at certain stages of the game,
right?
Because he had to cover Bernardo Silva because he was so advanced. And he done a fantastic job there. Saying that, I mean, we're going to talk about this in the preview, but I'm not too sure if we should start against Brighton.
Yeah.
Because one good game, as I say, it depends on the dilemma. Against Brighton, maybe we could change it up again.
Yeah. And add one more thing. There was a couple of crosses that came in where Schlupp out-jumped Haaland to clear the ball. Schlupp out-jumped Haaland. You remember that? So, I mean, no, solid game for Schlupp. Solid. He deserves the praise today for sure.
Now, let's talk about the attackers. All right, cool. Let's go through this. Oh, man. Let's start off with Olise. 3 from you, 4 from me. It was very silly, Patrick, wasn't it? Like, very silly. Giving away that penalty. He put his head down. I feel sorry for him in a way because I watched
I do too.
The penalty they conceded. You could tell that he knew that he was in the wrong. I don't want to sit here and blame him and say he should be out of our club and all of that.
Oh no,
it wasn't that bad. But it's annoying. It's annoying. There was no need. But apart from the penalty mistake, was you happy with his performance overall? Because you gave it quite a low rating, or is that just based on the penalty?
It's based on the penalty a bit, but again, this is the thing, D. Now we're going to talk about the other players. You know, if we want players to start like Olise and Zaha, and they have nothing around them, we're going to get to other forwards in a minute. They have to do more. And for me, the player I mentioned before, Lukonga passed Olise in the cross. He just didn't do anything. He just didn't do enough of that. He tried a couple of times second half. Tried the ball for one time. Ake brought him down really poorly, and he got a foul on him, a yellow card. But to me, he wasn't involved in the game as much as he has to be. So yes, I will admit that most of the mark that gave him is based on the turning his head and giving up the penalty. And it was a shame because we had a good performance defensively. But to me, he's got to do more I mean, he's 20 years old. I know I'm asking a lot, so I feel bad, but he's got to do more. So
I don't know if it's him individually that has to do more, or the team, because I just thought as a collective unit, we just were. It's a team effort attacking. It's not just free plays. If it's just free plays, then you have a problem there. It should be a team effort, and I think collectively as a whole, we just didn't do enough going forward, and that was probably because Vieira wanted to set up to be a bit more defensive, and we had to pay the price for that. But look, let's move on to the next player, Jordan Ayew. 4 from you, 3 from you, so the other way around to what we gave to Elise.
Right.
But look, I have to say one thing. Jordan Ayew has had some good games before I go and talk about this. He has had some good games this season, but Vieira's stubbornness to keep him on for that long is going to cost him his job. There's no other ways of saying it. For me, I'm not even saying this because we conceded that goal and then he made the subs. For me, even before we conceded that goal, there was no sense in keeping Jordan Ayew on the pitch because he was trying to get involved in attack, but his decision making is so poor that the passes weren't connecting. I was annoyed watching it. Wilf was annoyed on the pitch because, he wasn't receiving the ball. And when you have strikers on the bench, it just doesn't make any sense to play him so much. And that's where Vieira has to make sacrifices. He has trust in some of these players like Jordan Ayew, and rightly so in certain games and in certain stages of games. But there comes a time when you look at your bench, yes, it's still 0-0, but going forward, you have nothing. We had no shots on target again, and I feel like Jordan Ayew played a massive part in that because one, he's not a striker. He doesn't produce or get goals or assists. And 2, his decision-making is poor. We mentioned Elise, but I mean, Ayew is at the heart of that. He's in the middle, and he's not. I just don't. He started the game. That's fine, but there comes a point where you're looking at him and you're saying, "All right, cool. He's not doing enough. Let me take him off." But he didn't do that. Vieira didn't do that until basically until we conceded that goal, and that's where I ask questions like, "Why do you have to wait so late to sub off Ayew?" Because for me, I don't think he had a great game going forward, and we needed something going forward.
No, listen, you're right. I gave him a 4. He was dispossessed in the game 12 times. That's a lot for anyone, even a lot for him.
Not good enough. It's
57% passing. No, listen, I agree. Listen, at halftime, I was hoping we'd make a sub, and you can help me out on this. As Vieira made a sub at halftime all season? I don't think so, right?
I don't know off the top of my head, but you guys will know that's watching, so let us know in the comment section down below.
Yeah. So from that standpoint, you're right. He should have made this up earlier. So again, I gave him a 4. It wasn't one of his better games. I mean, let's just move on. It's just not working.
Yeah, Will started up front, 5 from you, 5 from me, and then he moved out wide. For me, the service was poor. So until he went out wide, he was barely getting on the ball. It was hoofing the ball up to Wilf when he's never that guy, So I don't know what people really expected him to do. I don't know. Forget about people. I don't know what Vieira expected him to do. It wasn't going to work. And I've said it many times. Wilf is not. It's not like Wilf can't play up front. He can play up front, but the service majority of the times when he plays up front, he doesn't get it. So it becomes pointless. And once again, it was pointless in this game until he moved out wide. Anything you want to add?
No, he was definitely better out wide today.
Now let's talk about another positive. There's been a few positives in this episode, and that is Ahamada moving on to the bench. 7 from you, 7 from me. Now it's not working. Our attack going forward. We need changes, and I feel like Ahamada could be the guy. Maybe if we're looking at players coming off the bench, making an impact, it could be him because once he came on, the energy he had, driving the ball forward, even with his pressing. He's hungry. We need players that are hungry right now. Some of these players are too comfortable, and I think Ahamada, he wants to earn his spot. And Vieira has given him this opportunity coming off the bench, but give him a start. Let him do something. Let's see what he can do because we need to change it up. I don't know if Vieira will do that against Brighton, but I loved his energy. And good enough that he's actually a permanent signing. It's not like he's going to leave us after the summer.
Exactly.
So maybe Vieira does give him a chance or not, but I think he should. I really do. Because I loved his energy off the play or off the bench. And if you're talking about earning spots, I know he didn't do that much, but you can see he wanted it. And I like that from players. And if we're talking about next game, potentially you should be starting.
Yeah, there's energy there, man. He gave him his longest stint as a Paris player, 30 minutes today. When he came on, there's energy. He's looking to get the ball forward, link up with Lakonga. He had like an 89% passing accuracy. Was trying to press. Remind me of who from last season. I wouldn't name him on the show ever again. Oh, you did it. Why'd you do that? So yeah, him. So we decided to have a player with some energy up there, man. I tried to press the goalkeeper, the right back, the fullback, the center. We needed that today. So yeah, listen, man. If I have a choice, I know it's a big ask. Let the kid play, because you know what? He is our future. He's our player. Let him play. Even if it's not for Lokonga, next to Lokonga, give him a try, because like I said, he's our future. He's got things in it. He's got legs. He's got energy. Give him a chance, man. Give him a chance.
That's exactly what we need right now, especially going forward. If he can make the runs on the ball and off the ball, it will help us out massively. Trust me. Yep. And funny enough, I didn't think about it like that, but it does remind me of Gallagher. Now that you said it, it does.
I did it. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Let's move on to the other bench appearances. Joe Ward off the bench, 5 from you, 5 from me. We talked about Klein earlier on. I guess it's because Klein was struggling, but then it's kind of scary if Klein is struggling and you bring on Joe Ward to stop Jack Grealish. I don't know what you're really expecting. Moving on to Eze, 5 from me, 6 from me. I thought he looked decent coming off the bench again.
He did.
And he needs to start. He needs to start. He needs to start. I mean, we need to go for it at this stage. We desperately need to go for it. Against Brighton. He needs to start. And you know, he's one of our most creative players. Make sacrifices. Go for it against Brighton. Cause them some trouble. And then finally, Patrick, I'm not happy with you about this, because this is unreal. I can't believe there's 3 from you.
Okay, let me start. Okay, during the show, the post-match show, you mentioned that what do you expect from Eddie to do? He comes on 10 minutes, he can't score. When the man had a debut a year and a half ago, he scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. No, I didn't say that. I'm not saying that. So I'm just saying I love that comment, and it makes me laugh, because actually he has done it before. I'm not saying he did that today. I gave him a 3 because I don't know what he did today. I'm looking at his stats, right? He's on the field for 10 minutes. He had 3 touches.
Yeah, but that was going forward. We went great. Come on.
Okay, no. I'm not blaming on him. No, I'm not blaming anything on Eddie. I'm just saying the 3 that I gave him for the touches that he had. He had 3 touches. He didn't do anything. Come on, dude. Give me a break. What did he do? So now that I've said that, what you replied, maybe I'll change it.
10 minutes.
I understand that. But he had 3 touches.
The game was done.
Touches. He got a mark of 3. I mean, so tell me, why should he got higher?
Fair enough. You know what I
mean? I'm not like saying he missed the goal. He didn't do bad. He just didn't do anything.
But you're saying he did. Well, based on the 3, that's bad. Like 3 is.
But he touched the ball 3 times, buddy. What am I missing? I didn't say he missed an open goal. He should have done this, that, and the other. I'm just saying he touched the ball 3 times. So I don't know what I can judge on his 3 touches.
Fair enough.
I'm being very serious. I'm not trying to be funny.
If that's why he gave him the rating 3, then that's why he gave it. Like, what can I say? But I will say all 3 touches were accurate passes. Could sit by the stats. So maybe I can give him a 6. I double it to a 6. I mean, yeah.
What did you give him? What did you give him? What did you give him?
An 8.
No, seriously, go back to this. Put it back. What did you give him?
5. I gave him 5.
I mean, can you tell me why you gave him a 5? All joking aside, because
it was just average. It was average. I don't think he'd done anything bad or anything. As you said, he had accurate passes, but yeah, maybe he didn't get on the ball as much. I think he balanced out. I thought he had an average performance. 10 minutes. I don't know what you expected.
Can I ask you a question? All right, I don't want to go over. Be honest. If that's Mateta doing the same thing, would you guys give him a 5? Honestly, would you have?
Yeah, I would have.
Okay.
I honestly would have.
If he touched the ball 3 times in the game in 10 minutes,
I would have. I genuinely didn't look at Edward Church.
That's fair because all right. You know what? I apologize, Eddie. I'll give you a 5 too, just to be fair. I'm not. I have no agenda. I tell you, I wanted to score, so agenda. 5 for Eddie.
5 for Eddie. 5 for Eddie. We got him there. We got him on the side. We got him on the side. All right. Before we wrap it up, Vieira.
Manager.
We haven't got a graphic for him. Exactly. Right. Yeah. What are you giving Vieira?
A 6. Now, the 6 is because understanding that the midfield had the Maka and Hughes and Decore issue. Starting Luca wasn't filled, but I understood why. Issue I have with the lineup is the fact that you have to start Eddie and Eze to me, because if you don't start them, you're admitting that you're going to sit back, which we did, and try and defend, which we tried to do, and it didn't work. Secondly, this is the first time that I actually said at halftime, it's 0-0, great, but please make a couple of subs. Just freshen up a little bit, change it up. We went 0-0. Maybe we can catch them on a break, whatever. When he made the subs, I didn't think they were late. I know he made them after the goal, but again, this is my bad thing. If you're 0-0, I don't really see the need to go crazy with subs, because you're kind of holding them. Once they score a goal, you're going to change it up. So from that point, and tactically, I thought he did a great job. Schlupp marking Silva was a brilliant idea. double teaming Haaland every corner. You remember, notice that they had Klein and Anderson on him. It was, I mean, that tactic, I thought he did a decent job. We are toothless up front.
Defensively,
that's on him.
A problem. That's
on him. Yeah,
we get focused on that. Defensively, done a good job, but going forward, 0 shots on target again. I'm going to give him a 5 or 4. I don't know, Patrick. Like, I get it's against City, but it's just
so 5 is
the
average.
Thing that annoyed me. The thing that annoyed me is Ayu. Like that, he should have been subbed off, and he subbed him off too late. So I think it's the substitutions. He got that bit. That was very annoying. Tactically, I think he got it spot on defensively, but going forward, he didn't really think about it. The way that was attacking, you can tell that it was individuals. I didn't really see a team attacking today. And that was, I think that's down to the manager as well. I feel like he just wanted to make sure that we ain't hit on the counter attack. And I understand it to a certain extent, but at home, I mean, after having the lack of goals in previous games, you expect a bit more with the likes of Zaha on the pitch. And I don't think we had a plan for that. Well, we didn't see it anyways out on the pitch. So I'm gonna give him a 5. It could go down to a 4, but I'll stick with a 5. Subs, wrong. Defensively, very good, but going forward, not good enough. So I think it was average from Vieira. But let us know what you guys think about Vieira's ratings and also player ratings. Do you agree and disagree with us? Let us know in the comment section down below. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to not miss out on future Palace video. That's it from me and Patrick. And until next time, up the Palace.